It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into War Memorial Stadium in Hampton, Virginia for the 2022 PCL playoffs. I'm Hayden Bandel on the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. The postseason has finally arrived after 2 long months of summer ball. All 6 teams in the league qualify for a playoff bid, with the top 2 teams getting a first-round bye in the single elimination tournament. Today's first matchup features the Greenbrier Knights and Suffolk Voyagers. Greenbrier took the season series over Suffolk 2-1. The 2 teams have been familiar with each other as of late, with the last 2 meetings between these 2 teams being their last 3 matchups. 2 out of the last 3 regular season games these 2 teams had were against each other, and things have gotten a bit dicey with a couple of close games. We won't have access that we normally have, being right up against the fence, to us being here today at War Memorial Stadium. So these games were supposed to be played at Lakewood Park. That got hit with some rain yesterday, so Commissioner Dooley wanted to get these games in so all pitchers can have an extra day of rest to pitch in the semifinals, potentially on Thursday if their team were to advance. On the mound today against the Suffolk Voyagers is Andrew Ramos. Ramos recorded the save in the final meeting between these teams to lock down the victory down for Greenbrier. Additionally, he started against Suffolk back on the 19th of July, where he went 5 scoreless innings. Overall, Ramos has kept the Voyagers in check in the regular season, going a total of 6 scoreless innings. But the playoffs is a different monster, so Ramos is going to have to be ready to play today for head coach Chuck Slaughter. And for the Suffolk Voyagers, stop me if you've heard this before, but Caleb Bilal is going to be starting today. Since coming over from Virginia Beach, Bilal has started in 4 of the 5 games and made a relief appearance the one time he didn't start. Bilal is coming off of his best outing of the season, where in the regular season finale, he went 5 innings, allowing just 2 runs against the Steamers. And now that we've got the pitching matchup set up for you, let's read you the starting lineups. And leading off for the Suffolk Voyagers and stepping into the box playing center field is B.K. Wilson. Caden Hilberger is the designated hitter batting second. Philip Forbes will be starting in left field batting third. Trey Blow, the third baseman, batting fourth. Aiden Oates, the catcher, batting fifth. Rylan Brown, the right fielder, batting sixth. Benny Spady, the first baseman, batting seventh. Batting eighth, Alex Kowalski playing second. And batting ninth, Dawson Cusick, the shortstop. First pitch from Andrew Ramos. We are underway. It's outside to B.K. Wilson, 1-0 the count. Wilson has done a good job in the leadoff role for Suffolk as he fouls one off of his foot to even up the count at 1-1. Wilson has an on-base percentage of .375 in the regular season for Suffolk. The lefty flied out to center field to end the last game between these 2 teams. And that one is hit up the middle of the diamond. There is Dominic Proctor, the shortstop, and his throw to first is in time for out number 1. We'll get the defense set for you here. So obviously Dominic Proctor is the shortstop today for Greenbrier. Behind the plate is Corbin McLeod. First baseman is Dylan Bowen. Max Lucas, of course, at second. Luke Waters getting his first start of the season at third base, which puts Blake Herman in left, Quincy Scipio in center, and Burton Hahn in right field. Caden Hilberger bluffs a bunt, and the pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Hilberger doing the DHing today. Did not start for the Voyagers and didn't even come off the bench as he takes that pitch again on the outside corner, quickly behind 0-2. So that'll eliminate any bunt that Hilberger might have thought to do. 0-2 from Ramos. Struck him out. Pitch in the dirt. McLeod throws it to the outside of Bowen for the second out. So there's the first strikeout of the day for Andrew Ramos, and that'll bring up Philip Forbes, a guy who does not strike out a lot often. He's just struck out a handful of times for the Voyagers, 6 times. However, he has struck out in his last 3 games to end the regular season. It is a bit different being way up here in the press box, because typically all the players tell me that they can hear me when I'm announcing the game. So if I say X amount of strikeouts, as Forbes rolls one over to Proctor, his second opportunity of the inning, and it's in time as Bowen scoops it up at first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Ramos as we head to the bottom of the first, scoreless in the 2022 PCL playoffs. The starting lineup for the Greenbrier Knights: Quincy Scipio is leading off. Max Lucas is batting second, playing second. Luke Waters, the third baseman, as I mentioned in the top half of the inning, will be batting third. Warren Bailey, the designated hitter, batting fourth. Burton Hahn batting fifth. Blake Herman, the left fielder, batting sixth. Corbin McLeod batting seventh. Dylan Bowen batting eighth. And Dominic Proctor batting ninth. First pitch from Caleb Bilal is inside to Quincy Scipio, 1-0. Bilal has pitched in every game since coming over from Virginia Beach. And he's coming off of his best start of the season as well, as that pitch is on the outside corner to Scipio, 1-1. Bilal went 5 innings. It was the most that he went in a Voyager uniform. As the 1-1 is shot out to right field, Brown loses his feeding and he won't get there. It'll fall in front of Rylan Brown for a base hit for Quincy Scipio. Brown lost his footing out in right field, and he was unable to come up with it. So it's a leadoff single for Quincy Scipio to get the Knights started. The defense for the Voyagers: Aiden Oates behind the plate. Benny Spady at first, Alex Kowalski at second, Dawson Cusick at short, Trey Blow at third, with Philip Forbes in left, BK Wilson, as Scipio will steal second, and the throw is overshot by Aiden Oates, so it's a stolen base for Scipio. And quickly the Knights have a runner in scoring position for Max Lucas. As I was saying, BK Wilson is in center and Rylan Brown, of course, in right. Lucas is second on the team in RBI with 15 in the regular season. And he fouls off the 1-0 to even up the count at 1-1. Bilal just threw 52 pitches in those 5 innings in the last regular season game. That was Friday night in Edenton. And Lucas hits that one through the hole. That'll go into right field for a base hit. Being waved around third is Scipio. Here's the throw from Brown. It's on target, but it's not in time. Max Lucas goes into second. It's an RBI single for Max Lucas to get the Knights on the board. So Lucas and Scipio trade spots. Lucas gives a little dance move to his dugout as the 3-seeded Knights take the lead early on, with Luke Waters coming into the box. Still nobody out here with Lucas on second. And Waters takes the first pitch inside, 1-0. Waters hit .310 in the regular season, drove in 10 runs. Now trying to produce another run here. The Voyagers have yet to record an out. I was mentioning Bilal only allowed 2 runs in that start in the first inning against the Steamers. It was just one blemish, a 2-run home run off of the bat of Jeremiah Boyd, who has just been hot as of late. However, the Voyagers, if they were able to pull off the victory today, they would not face Edenton in the next round. So now the count is 3-0 on Waters. Waters drew 10 walks in the regular season. And there's a 4-pitch walk to Luke Waters to put runners on first and second for the DH Warren Bailey. This inning started with Quincy Scipio poking one the other way. Ryland Brown, who ended up losing his footing. Now the Voyagers are going to have a mound visit early with Bilal yet to record an out. This is single elimination, as assistant coach Kerry Mosby goes out to settle Bilal. Didn't have a single walk in those 5 innings against the Steamers, and he walks Luke Waters on 4 pitches. And his first pitch to Warren Bailey is a called strike, 0-1. So in the regular season, Philip Forbes, who's starting in left today, started every game in right field, and Ryland Brown is getting that start today. Ahmad Golden started every game in left field for Suffolk, as Bailey hits that one foul down the third base line. Bilal gets ahead 0-2. But Goldson, who left the game in Edenton after he pulled his back, he's now shut down for the season for the Voyagers. So Phil Forbes Sr. shifts his grandson to left field and throws in Ryland Brown, who's been starting as a designated hitter. Puts him in right field defensively, as Bailey just able to get a piece of that one from Bilal, 0-2. But that then does put the bat of Caden Hilberger into play, because Hilberger, who has been shut down for the season only defensively for Suffolk, is now in the starting lineup today as the designated hitter in the 2-hole. 0-2 from Bilal to Bailey. And there goes the runners. Throw down to third. And Lucas gets in there safely. So Max Lucas steals a bag. It puts him and the runner behind him, Luke Waters, in scoring position. Waters followed Lucas. Count is 1-2 on Bailey, who led the team in RBI with 18 in the regular season, and he hits that one to the hole. The shortstop, Guzik, is there. It'll bring in a run, and Guzik's throw is not in time. It's an infield single for Warren Bailey that makes the Knights lead 2-0. And Bailey is aboard with an infield single. It's an RBI for Bailey, his first of the postseason. That'll bring up Burton Hahn, so the stolen base for Max Lucas ends up paying off. That was called by Chuck Slaughter down at third base. Coaching the base paths. Runners on first and second. The first pitch to Hahn is fouled off towards the right side and into the parking lot. 0-1. Hahn has really picked it up since the month of July. He had a slow start. He's gone into a groove as he takes that pitch away from Bilal, even up the count at 1-1. In his last 8 games, Hahn has 8 hits. One ball and 1 strike. And the pitch from Bilal misses low. 2-1 the count. Hahn went 1 for 7 in the regular season against the Voyagers. Kowalski, the second baseman, holding Waters pretty tightly. And Hahn hits that one through the hole. That'll go into center field. Being waved around third is Waters. Here's the throw from Forbes to the plate. And it is in time to gun down Luke Waters. What a throw out there from Philip Forbes, the left fielder. His first time out there this season. And he guns down Luke Waters for the first out of the inning. So it's a single for Burton Hahn, who takes second on the throw. Still runners on second and third now for Greenbrier, who lead 2-0. That was the first out recorded from Bilal. So every night that has come up to the box has reached base. And Blake Herman, first pitch swinging, hits that one to Trey Blow. He'll go to first with it. That'll bring in a run. And Burton Hahn, aggressive base running, will take third without a throw. So that's the second out. A run does come in to score for Greenbrier. It's an RBI for Blake Herman to put the Knights up 3-0. That'll bring up the starting catcher, Corbin McLeod. And the first pitch to Corbin is hit out to center field. Back goes Wilson, and he'll make the catch. But 3 runs come in to score for Greenbrier in the first inning. We'll go to the second inning in the quarterfinals of the 2022 PCL playoffs. So we are back. I was just confirming with the official score as to what happened in that last inning. Greenbrier had their first 5 base runners aboard that came into the box. So there's 1 out after Trey Blow grounded out to third on the first pitch, and then Aiden Oates walked. So he's on first with Ryland Brown up at the plate. Brown getting start in right field today for Suffolk. And he lays that pitch outside from Drew Ramos, pitching for the first time today with a lead. Brown hit .341 in the regular season for the Voyagers. Now trail 3-0. And he hits that one up the middle of the diamond. The shortstop, Proctor, is there to make the catch. So a soft line drive off of the bat of Ryland Brown. He might have broke his bat also. For the second out. Proctor's been busy early at shortstop. He's already made 3 plays, 2 ground balls in the last inning, and then that catch off Ryland Brown. As Benny Spady, the switch hitter, fouls off the first pitch, 0-1 from Ramos. Spady has 3 home runs on the year. All of them have come as a left-handed batter. Those 3 home runs lead Suffolk. 1-0 from Ramos, and Spady swings through that pitch, and he's quickly ahead, 0-2. Spady trying to just put the ball in play now, down in the count 0-2, pitch out from Ramos, and the count goes to 1-2. One-two from Ramos, and it's up high. 2-2 the count. Ramos trying to keep the lead here for Greenbrier. As Spady asked for time, and it is granted. Ramos wasn't originally going to start this game for the Knights. Head coach Chuck Slaughter asked Chad Andrzejczyk if he was ready to go. Chad said that he still needed some time to rest his arm. 2-2 pitch, and it's rolled over to first. Bowen steps on the bag for out number 3. So Drew Ramos goes 2 scoreless innings thus far as we head to the bottom of the second in the 2022 PCL playoffs. Get your game on with D-Bat of Virginia Beach, baseball, softball, training, and more. D-Bat Virginia Beach is a state-of-the-art facility with over 17,000 square feet, 13 batting cages, and professional instructors who don't just know baseball and softball, but live and breathe it. You can find them located at 5258A Fairfield Shopping Center in Virginia Beach. You can call them at 757-467-1111. You can also visit their website at dbatofvirginiabeach.com. Caleb Bilal out there for his second inning of work after 3 runs came in to score in the inning for Greenbrier. And as the first pitch misses to Dylan Bowen, 1-0. In the regular season, the Voyagers had the worst amount of runs allowed per game. They were 6th in the league, allowing over 9 runs a game. And 3 come in to score in the first inning. Bilal just trying to shut it down. He allowed 2 runs in the first inning on Friday night, and then settled in to go 4 scoreless after the fact. The count goes to 2-1 on Dylan Bowen. And there's a called strike, even up the count, 2-2. Bowen hasn't played in a while for Greenbrier as he swings and misses for out number 1. First strikeout for Caleb Bilal here in the second. This is Bowen's first game since July 19th. That was against the Voyagers. They had that comeback victory. So now Dominic Proctor. Proctor's done nothing but hit. Hitting .351. He's been in that 9-hole practically all season. So not too bad for a 9-hole hitter for the Knights, as he swings and misses at that pitch from Bilal. So I was mentioning this in the first inning, how typically when we're at Lakewood Park, we're right in front of the fence, so all the guys can hear me. One time I asked Andrew Ramos if he knew how many strikeouts he had because he was dealing one afternoon. He said, yeah, I heard you every time you were yelling it. But today, we're in the press box, so don't think that the guys can hear me today, as that one is poked into center field, or left rather, and it'll fall in front of Forbes for a base hit for Dominic Proctor, who just continues to hit. So back to the top of the lineup for Greenbrier. Quincy Scipio steps into the box. And he swings at the first pitch, half swing, went around, 0-1. And Scipio hits that one up the middle of the diamond. That could be 2. Kowalski, the flip to second, and on to first is in time for the inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. Mercedes-Benz of Virginia Beach has earned a reputation as one of the Hampton Roads' most trusted luxury car dealers. Since their establishment in 2014, they found themselves as the premier name for Mercedes-Benz sales, with exceptional service and unbeatable selections. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, they are the place to go to, being the premier dealership in Virginia Beach with a vast selection of Mercedes-Benz vehicles and easy leasing and financing. They're located on 4949 Virginia Beach Boulevard in Virginia Beach. You can call them at 499-3771. You can also visit their website at mercedes-benz of virginiabeach.com. Alex Kowalski leading off the third inning for the Voyagers, who trail 3-0. The first pitch that he sees is fouled straight back as he checks his swing, 0-1. Kowalski is the reason that the Voyagers have a victory against Greenbrier this summer. Down to their final strike, trailing by a run, and Kowalski ended up pulling one down the third base side to score 2 and give the Voyagers a 5-4 lead. That was the final score on July 19th. I asked him that day what's just been going right for him, because coming into that day, he only had 1 hit. And then he had 3 that day, 2 of them for extra bases. And he told me that he just sees the baseball like a beach ball as he takes a called strike, 2-2. And that is certainly the case in his last game. And he went 2 for 3, hit a double off of the center field fence. Now he finds himself in a 2-2 count. He was hitless in the last game against Greenbrier, went 0 for 3. And the 2-2 is up high, and the count is full. First 3-2 pitch of the day from Ramos on its way. And the payoff pitch is fouled back by Kowalski, and we'll do it again. Kowalski has struck out 1 time in his 8 plate appearances against Greenbrier. 3-2 from Ramos, and that one's pulled foul a bit early on the swing is Kowalski. Putting together a good at-bat here. He's already fouled off a couple of 3-2 pitches. This is going to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat from Ramos, and it's low for ball 4. And Kowalski is aboard. So it's the first time that the Voyagers have the leadoff man on. Second walk distributed by Andrew Ramos. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Dawson Guzik. Guzik just gets told to swing away. They do like to bunt with him a lot, but not going to do that with the season on the line. Down by 3 runs here in the third inning. Still have a lot of outs to play with. And Ramos checks in on Kowalski, who slides back in safely. Kowalski has not attempted to steal a bag. And now Guzik is looking down at Phil Forbes Sr., his head coach, to get the signs. He is back in the box. Scoots up a bit, and now he does show bunt, and he fouls it off. So Phil Forbes Sr. likes to bunt a lot with Dawson Guzik, and being asked to do it here in the playoffs, down by 3. So Not sure if that is the best decision. Tyler Gorbett is in attendance, by the way, for Suffolk. The season has been shut down because he is reported to UVA Wise, but he's here to cheer on his team. Guzik shows bunt and then pulls away, and he leaves it inside, 1-0. And the loss of Gorbett for Suffolk was huge because it leaves them down to just one catcher for the remainder of the season. One from Ramos. Guzik shows bunt and pulls away again, and he swings through that pitch. And now it's 1-2. So now Guzik will have to swing away with 2 strikes on him. And the 2-2 is fouled, or the 1-2 is fouled off to the right side and out of play. As Ramos throws over again to Kowalski. Still nobody out. BK Wilson, the on-deck batter, is 0 for 1 today. He's in the leadoff role as well. 1-2 from Ramos. Struck him out, and throw down to his first is not in time. So Ramos has his second strikeout for the first out. So in the 3 regular season games, the teams that scored first ended up losing twice. That pitch is fouled off by Wilson, the lefty, 0-1. The first matchup, Suffolk took a 4-0 lead in the second inning, but ended up falling 8-4. Then, of course, in the following one, Greenbrier was up 4-0 heading into the 9th. And Suffolk ended up winning that game 5-4. Each team has also had a lead in all 3 games, so Suffolk trying to come back. Greenbrier was up 2-0 on Thursday. In the regular season, Suffolk ended up scoring 5 runs between the 4th and 5th innings to put them up 5-2, but then Greenbrier answered with a 5-run inning. Suffolk finds themselves down 3-0 here today with their season on the line. PCL playoffs are single elimination this year, as that one is bounced in front of home plate. So if Greenbrier were to win, they would head to Edenton on Thursday night. And if Suffolk is able to pull off the upset, they will go to Tarboro on Thursday. 2-1 pitch. And that one's fouled off from Wilson. Tarboro being the number 1 seed, they would face the lowest seed that advances from the 2 games today. Following this game, the 5-seeded Norfolk Redbirds will play the 4-seeded Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. 2-2 from Ramos. And that one spiked in front of McLeod, and it'll go past him to the backstop, and over to second goes Kowalski. Just trying to chip into this lead. Doesn't hurt to score a run. Certainly don't have to put it over the fences. I was trying to get the dimensions of this field, as that one is hit over to the first base side, and it'll go foul. Because at Lakewood, we do know that it's 350 all around, which is where we typically play our games. But here at War Memorial Stadium, it doesn't even say an indication as to how far back the fencing is. It certainly isn't the same all around. So Wilson just trying to put the ball in play again with 2 strikes on him, and he takes it outside for ball 4. Or it's a called strike 3 rather, so it's back-to-back strikeout for Ramos as he gets Wilson looking. Second time that he's retired him today. And so now I do have the fencing measurements from Commissioner Dooley. As Caden Hilberger swings and lines the first pitch into shallow left center. Kowalski is rounding third. He'll score without a throw. It's an RBI single for Caden Hilberger to put the Voyagers on the board. First pitch swinging, that ball was just looped over the heads of Luke Waters and Dominic Proctor. Bounced about an inch behind the infield turf. And it puts the Voyagers on the board. First hit of the day for Suffolk as well. As Philip Forbes lays off the first pitch, 1-0. So to straightaway center, it's 405. That's very deep. And the corners down the right and left field line, 335. As Forbes hits one to the alley out, and right, that'll fall. Back-to-back hits for Suffolk. Going first to third is Hilberger, and he'll be gunned out for the third out. But the Voyagers do score a run in the third, but still trail the Knights 3-1. Max Lucas leading off the third inning for the Knights. And first pitch swinging, hits one up the middle of the diamond. And right there is Dawson Guzik to throw out Lucas for the first out. So the Voyagers scored a run for Bilal in the top half of the inning, something that they did not do in their last game. They were shut out in Edenton. As Luke Waters takes the first pitch strike from Bilal, 0-1. It was the first time that they were shut out all season. And Waters sends that one to center field for a base hit. So Waters is 2 for 2. That'll bring up Warren Bailey. Bailey had an infield RBI single in his first at-bat. Bilal trying to hold it here, though, with Waters on first and one down. And there goes Waters. Throw down from Oates. Is not in time. Luke Waters steals second. It's the 4th stolen base of the day for the Knights. And Warren Bailey is walking back to the dugout, and now Luke Waters is going back to first. So I'm not sure what happened. Chuck Slaughter asks the same thing, but he seems to be okay with it. So now Burton Hahn is in the box. And Hahn swings and hits a high fly ball out to left. Back goes Forbes to the warning track, looking up, and he can't make the catch. Waters comes all the way around first to score. Burton Hahn pulls into second base. He's 2 for 2. He extends the Knights' lead to 4-1 with an RBI double. Burton Hahn just continues to hit. That's now his 10th hit in his last 9 games. Brings up his buddy Blake Herman. Herman's 0 for 1, but did bring in a run. Grounded out to third in the first inning. And he first pitch, swings, and hits it out to center. Hahn being waved around third, but that is out number 3. But the Knights do tack on another run thanks to an RBI double from Burton Hahn. It's 4-1 at the end of 3. Welcome back into the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. Hayden Bandel here with you. The Knights are up 4-1 in the quarterfinals of the PCL playoffs as Trey Blow fouls off a pitch and falls to his knees, 0-1. We did get clarification as to what happened to Warren Bailey, as to why he was called out. The umpire said that he stepped out of the batter's box, so it was an automatic out, and it sent Luke Waters back to first base because he stolen the pitch. But Burton Hahn said, never mind that, ended up scoring Waters all the way from first with an RBI double into that left center gap. The gaps out there are 380, and that one hit off, was sent to the warning track. So that one definitely would have been a home run at Lakewood. As Trey Blow strikes out, it's the fourth strikeout for Drew Ramos. That'll bring up Aiden Oates. After Suffolk ended the third inning with back-to-back hits. It was their only hits of the day, but Caden Hilberger tried to go first to third on an opposite field hit from Philip Forbes and ended up getting thrown out by Burton Hahn. So he's been all over today. Aiden Oates drew a walk. He was the first base runner for the Voyagers as he takes a called strike. And lays off that pitch inside from Drew Ramos. Oates hitting .289. That is some major production for a catcher. And leaves that pitch up and in. He also has 2 triples on the year, so showing his speed as well. Up here on the count. And he swings through that pitch from Ramos. Now he's got 2 strikes on him as he chokes up a bit on the bat. The count is full. Oates walked in his last at-bat. Payoff pitch is popped up in foul ground. Dylan Bowen is there for the second out. So that'll bring up Rylan Brown, who hit a soft line drive to Dominic Proctor, the shortstop, in his previous at-bat. Brown is 3 for 8 coming into the day for the Voyagers against the Knights. And he lays off that pitch from Ramos, 2-0. These two teams have each had a lead at some part in their 3 regular season games. Voyagers trailed 3-0 at the end of one. Did tack on a run in the third and have yet to have the lead today. They trail 4-1. And Brown takes a called strike on the inside corner. With 2 outs, Ramos looking for a second 1-2-3 inning. And that pitch is low for ball 4 to Brown. Third walk of the afternoon for Ramos, as he asked for time to tuck in his jersey again. best power hitter for the Voyagers, steps into the box. So Ramos has walked a Suffolk batter in each of the last 3 innings. Kowalski, who walked in the 3rd, came around to score. But that was a leadoff walk as Spady fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Brown able to draw a walk with 2 outs here in this inning. Ramos looks over to Brown at first. A 1 offer to Spady is swung through, and Ramos quickly ahead, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Ramos. And that one just misses low to Spady, and it moves the count to 1-2. Spady can keep the inning going. Alex Kowalski would be next. One two from Ramos, and that one's pulled down the right field line, foul. There's someone stretching in the Knights bullpen out in right field. 1-2 pitch. And Spady just able to get a piece of that one to stay alive. Spady rolled one over to first in his first at-bat against Ramos. Two for 5 against Greenbrier in the regular season. 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. 5th strikeout of the day for Ramos as he gets Spady fanning to end the top of the 4th inning with the Knights up 4-1. Bottom half of the Knights lineup leading off in the 4th inning. The first pitch nearly hits Corbin McLeod as he backs away from it. It's the second time that Bilal is starting against Greenbrier. McLeod lines one into center field for a base hit. His first of the day. So McLeod, the all-star catcher, who is certainly known more for his defense, starts the 4th inning with a single, and now he'll get a courtesy runner. That'll be Nick Arnold running on first base, and now first base umpire is asking McLeod to come back out. So I guess we won't have any courtesy runners in the playoffs. So Corbin is still on first. And the first pitch misses low to Bailey, 1-0, or excuse me, that's Dylan Bowen, 1-0 the count. Cloud just hit a $185. That pitch misses outside to Bowen, 2-0 the count. Bowen struck out in his first at-bat against Bilal. Went 4 innings the last time he started against Greenbrier. Didn't end up allowing a single earned run. 1 run did score, but it was unearned. And the 2-0 is fired in for a called strike, 2-1. Bilal didn't fare well as a reliever. It was his only relief appearance for Suffolk against Greenbrier. He went 2 innings and allowed 5 runs. All were earned. And the 2-1 is flied out to left. Forbes battling the sun, backpedals and retreats and makes the catch for the first out. So that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Dominic Proctor. Proctor singled off of Bilal in the 2nd inning. Looks over at McLeod. McLeod dancing over at first, with Bilal giving him a lot of attention, and now he steps off. Corbin, because he had a courtesy runner every game in the regular season, he obviously has not been on the base paths much. He's got a hefty lead at first as Bilal fires in a breaking ball for a strike on Proctor, 0-1. And now Bilal throws over to McLeod, who dives back in safely. McLeod was leaning the other way. If Bilal had a good throw over to first, he might have been able to pick off McLeod. The throw was a bit high. I had Benny Spady jumping over at first. A 1 offer, and that one's popped up in the infield. Benny Spady backpedals and he can't make the catch, and it rolls into right field. Oh, unreal. Benny Spady just unable to come up with that ball, battling the sun. And he ends up dropping the ball. No infield fly is called. And that puts runners on first and second, back to the top of the lineup for the Knights. So an error on Spady brings Quincy Scipio to the box, who grounded into an inning-ending double play his last at-bat. Bilal could use that now. First pitch, fly ball left field. Forbes is under it. No one is tagging, and he makes the catch for out number 2. I'll bring up the left-handed Max Lucas. Lucas is 1 for 2 today. Knocked in the first run with a single in the first. And first pitch swinging, drills that one foul. Lucas led Greenbrier with a .414 batting average. Had the most hits on a team, just one more than the on deck, in the hole batter rather, Warren Bailey. And 0-1, Lucas drills that one out to center field. Back goes Wilson, looking up, and he won't get there. It'll take one hop onto the fence. 2 runs are going to score. Lucas is rounding second. The throw to third is in time. Lucas stepped off the bag. He is out for the third out, but it's a 2 RBI double for Max Lucas to put the Knights up 6-1 at the end of 4. Drew Ramos now pitching with a comfortable 6-1 lead. And first pitch hits Alex Kowalski as he throws his bat. And he'll take first base. Not too happy about that. But it's the second time that Kowalski has led off an inning and reached base. He walked to start the third inning. He gets hit on the first pitch thrown by Ramos in the fifth. Now Kowalski doing some stretching over at first with his shoulders. I'll bring up Dawson Gusick, who was asked to bunt in his last at-bat in the same situation. Luke Waters comes in a bit at third. I'm not sure how much of a small ball approach the Voyagers are going to take right now, down by 5. In a winner-go-home game, Guzik swings through the first pitch fastball from Ramos, 0-1. And Ramos throws over to Kowalski, who slides back in safely. Guzik and Kowalski looking over at their head coach. He gives them the signs. A 1 from Ramos to Guzik. He does show bunt and he pops it up foul. So very interesting. Phil Forbes Sr. asking Dawson Guzik to bunt twice. The first time they were down by 3. Now they're down by 5 in the 5th. Now Guzik behind 0-2. And he fouls off that pitch off of the mask of Corbin McLeod. Count stays at 0-2. Looks like Philip Forbes is warming up in the Voyager bullpen. As that pitch misses from Ramos, 1-2. Meaning he would be next in relief for Caleb Bilal. First, the Voyagers trying to tack on some runs for Caleb. 1-2 from Ramos. And Guzik swings and misses for strike 3. It's the 6th strikeout for Andrew Ramos. Second time that he's gotten Guzik for the first out. Back to the top of the lineup for Suffolk. B.K. Wilson is 0 for 2 today. He lays off the first pitch from Ramos, 1-0. Ramos throws over to Kowalski. Goes back in safely. Kowalski's on first. He was hit by a pitch. The very first one thrown by Ramos in the 5th inning. So that one misses up and away. So Wilson 2-0. And now Wilson getting asked by his manager to come over to have a talk. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Phil Forbes Sr. puts his arm around his shoulder and tells BK exactly what to do. See what he asks of his leadoff hitter. An on-base percentage of .375 in the regular season. He lays off the 2-0 and the count goes to 3-0. Caden Hilberger is on deck. He knocked in the only run for Suffolk. 3-0 pitch, and a called strike, 3-1. And 3-1 from Ramos is on the outside corner, a called strike. Wilson was bending down. Throw over his ankle guard, but now the count is full. We'll see if they decide to send Kowalski with one out. 3-2 from Ramos, and it's outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning distributed by Ramos, and it puts runners on first and second for Caden Hilberger. So Ramos has walked 4 batters, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and now 1 here in the 5th. Kowalski on second. He was hit by a pitch. Caden Hilberger steps back in the box. Long hold from Ramos, and he fires away, 1-0. Now Corbin McLeod is going to go out along with Dominic Proctor to settle down Ramos. Caden Hilberger knocked in the first run in the third, where Alex Kowalski came in to score from second, which is where he is now. It was the first run scored by the Voyagers since their game against the Knights after they were shut out in their last regular season game against the Steamers. It was the first time that they were shut out all season. Kowalski on second. Wilson on first. Caden Hilberger up in the count 1-0 with 1 down here in the top of the 5th. And now Hilberger shows Bunny, gets it down nicely. Ramos will go to first with it, and the close play, and he's safe. Oh, Caden Hilberger was just trying to put 2 runners in scoring position. That is what he does. But he arrives safely at first, and now the bases are loaded for Philip Forbes. Hilberger certainly was not trying to get a base hit out of that. He was hustling down that line. And it loads the bases for one of the best hitters for Suffolk. Forbes hitting .447 in the regular season. He is 1 for 2 today. And he lays off the first pitch from Ramos, 1-0. To Forbes. He slaps that one foul towards the right side. 1-1. So Kowalski is on third, Wilson on second, and Hilberger on first. The corners are in for Greenbrier. Bowen at first. Waters is a bit deeper than Bowen is at third. And the 1-1 is inside to Philip Forbes. 2-1 the count. Forbes just had 1 RBI in the regular season, even though he had 17 hits. Now looking to manufacture some runs for Suffolk. He drills that one to center. That'll fall in front of Scipio. 1-1 will score. And being waved around third is BK Wilson. It's a 2 RBI single for Philip Forbes. And it cuts the Knights' lead in half. It's now 6-3. And here comes Chuck Slaughter out to the mound. There is action in the Knights' bullpen. The entire infield, aside from the middle infielders, are coming out to talk with Andrew Ramos. Philip Forbes, 2 RBI single. He has already succeeded his RBI total in the regular season. You just never know what's going to happen in the playoffs. It's a different animal. Now the entire infield is on the bump. The tying run coming to the plate in Trey Blow. There's 1 out in the inning. The Voyagers were willing to sacrifice an out in the inning after Caden Hilberger bunted. but he ended up hustling down the first base line and arrived safely. And so actually that's going to be it for Andrew Ramos. A long conversation with him in the entire night's infield. And now Henry Shrida is going to pitch in relief for Greenbrier. We'll be right back here on the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. So that's it for Andrew Ramos. His shortest outing since opening day as a starter. Just goes 4 innings and 1/3 plus innings. As the first pitch from Henry Shrida is a called strike, 0-1. Ramos went 3 innings on opening day, 4 innings and a 1/3 plus today. He is responsible for the runners on the corners as Trey Blow quickly behind on Henry Shrida, 0-2. This is the first time that Shrida is pitching against the Voyagers. They are in for a rude awakening. Henry would not be able to pitch on Thursday because he has class that day. So the Knights throwing out all of their arms. 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Shrida strikes out his first batter for the second out here in the 5th. So how about that from Shrida after Suffolk was on a roll. Back-to-back hits. Shrida strikes out Blow on 3 pitches. That'll bring up Aiden Oates. Suffolk still trying to claw back into this ball game. We're down 6-1 before Philip Forbes singled in 2 runs. Oates is 0 for 1 today with a walk. That pitch nearly got by McLeod. Good block there to prevent the ball going to the backstop with Hilberger on third. Count is 2-0 on Oates. See if Forbes wants to steal from first. Not going. And the 2-0 is low, and now it's 3-0. Some of the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs have arrived here at War Memorial Stadium. So after Swida struck out Blow on 3 pitches, his next 3 are all balls to the catcher Oates. 3-0, Forbes fakes a steal, and it's a called strike. And the 3-0 misses for ball 4. Second walk drawn by Aiden Oates today, and it loads the bases for Ryland Brown. So Swida strikes out Blow on 3 pitches and then walks Oates on 4. Brown led Suffolk in the regular season with 10 RBI, looking for more. As he swings and misses on the first pitch from Swida, 0-1. Brown, like Oates, was 0 for 1 with a walk in his first 2 at-bats. But there's nowhere to put him now. With 2 outs, he takes that pitch low. Again, good stop by McLeod. McLeod, by far, one of the best defensive catchers in the league. 1-1 from Brown, and that one misses low and away, and it's 2-1. Swida takes a long stroll back to the mound, trying to regather himself. 2-1 offer, and that one is popped up in the infield. Dominic Proctor waiting for it to come down to retire the side, but the Voyagers do tack on 2 runs in the 5th to cut the lead in half. It's 6-3 Greenbrier halfway through. So the line is officially done on Andrew Ramos. He goes 4 innings and 1/3. Allows 3 runs. As the first pitch misses to Luke Waters, 1-0. Henry Swida comes in and strands his 2 inherited runners. And Again, that pitch is inside to Waters. 2-0 the count. Waters has reached in both of his at-bats today with a single and a walk. Also came around to score a run in the third. And he hits a high pop-up. That'll go foul as the catcher out stumbles off of the home plate umpire. Greenbrier has had the leadoff man on 2 out of the first 4 innings. Waters trying to make it 3 times. Heading the count 2-1. And he hits a chopper over to third. That'll go foul. Evens up the count at 2-2. Waters hit .310 in the regular season with an OPS just a tick under 950. As he lays off that pitch from Bilal, and the count is now full. Bilal has only walked 1 batter today, and Waters gives that one a ride out to center field. BK Wilson is looking up, and that ball takes 1 hop in front of the fence. It's a leadoff double for Luke Waters. And for the 3rd time today, the Knights have their leadoff man aboard. Boy, let me tell you, the Knights have been robbed by this game not being played at Lakewood Park. That would have been the 3rd home run if this game was at Lakewood with the 350 dimensions. It's a lot deeper here at War Memorial. I'll bring up Warren Bailey. And first pitch swings through the fastball, 0-1. The Knights answered when the Voyagers scored 1 run in the 3rd inning. In the next half inning, they ended up scoring more. That one's lined to the shortstop, Dawson Cusick, who slides to make the catch to rob a base hit and potential RBI for Warren Bailey. So that's 1 hard hit out. It'll bring up Burton Hahn, who was one of those victims that was robbed by those long fences here at War Memorial. Hahn's 2 for 2 with an RBI. He takes a big hack at the first pitch from Bilal, 0-1. The 0-1 and slayed off by Hahn. Count evens up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hahn has not had a 3-hit game for Greenbrier. And already 2 for 2 today in the post. Lays off. Oh, it takes a called strike. That ball looked a bit outside, but the count goes to 1-2. Blake Herman is in the on-deck circle. Long hold from Bilal. Here's the 1-2 to Hahn, and he fouls it off. Bilal has only struck out 1 night. That was Dylan Bowen back in the 2nd. Now ahead on Hahn, 1-2. hold the lead where it is, trailing by 3. Hahn struck out at least once in the last 5 regular season games for the Knights. Trying to change that right here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With Waters on second. 2-2 offer. And there's another high fly ball out to center. Wilson retreats. And he drops the ball! BK Wilson lost it in the sun, and pulling into second with his second double of the day is Burton Hahn. Oh, Wilson just lost that ball. It's the second time today a Voyager has just blatantly dropped a fly ball. That one didn't even touch the glove of Wilson, who was right under it the whole time. Didn't appear that he had any trouble tracking it until the very last moment. A costly miscue for the Voyagers, and it puts runners on second and third for Blake Herman. He's 0 for 2. He did bring in a run in the first inning with a ground ball to the left side. And he takes the first pitch fastball for a called strike, 0-1. So that is the first time in a Knights uniform that Hahn has 3 hits. And what better time than to do it in the playoffs? 0-1 to Herman, and he lays it off, 1-1. There are no shadows whatsoever on the playing field. Herman lays off that pitch, and the count moves to 2-1. No one warming up in Suffolk's bullpen right now. Philip Forbes was warming up in the last half inning before he came up to hit. He pitched Friday night in Edenton for 1 inning. And Herman hits the 2-1 to short. And the throw will go to first. It'll be the second RBI for Blake Herman to extend the Knights' lead. It's now 7-3. I'll bring up Corbin McLeod, the catcher. Singled in his last at-bat off of Bilal. Takes the first pitch breaking ball for a called strike, 0-1. Hahn is on third with 2 outs. Greenbrier up by 4. Suffolk has hanged in there. Fly ball right field, that'll hang for Brown, who makes the catch battling the sun. But the Knights tack on another run in the 5th to extend their lead 7-3 at War Memorial Stadium. Benny Spady leading off the 6th inning for the Voyagers, who have kept themselves in this game. Trail 7-3 as we stand. And going back to the Voyagers bullpen out in left field is Philip Forbes. So he'll certainly be the next man out of relief, potentially in the next inning, as Spady rolls one over to second for out number 1. So Andrew Ramos will not be able to get the win today, as he only went 4 1/3. Now, Dominic Proctor is going out back to the Greenbrier dugout with his glove off. Not sure if he broke it. If he did, that would be the second time that a Knights middle infielder broke their glove, and now he is coming out with a new one. Max Lucas broke his glove in Tarboro the other week. So Proctor is out there and he's ready. And the first pitch, Alex Kowalski checks his swing. And the first base umpire said he went around, 0-1. Suerta came into relief for Ramos after Philip Forbes knocked in 2 runs with an opposite field single. Now Suerta ahead on Kowalski, 0-2. And the 0-2 got him looking, strike 3. Second strikeout for Suerta. It's the 7th for Knights pitching. And there are 2 outs. I'll bring up Dawson Cusick. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. He has been asked to bunt at least once in each of his first 2 plate appearances. Won't be asked to do that in this situation with 2 outs and nobody on. He's quickly ahead, not 2-0. And the 2-0 is flied out to left. And Herman retreats to make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Henry Suerta to send us to the bottom of the 6th here on the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. Caleb Bilal, who did not throw in the 6th inning once in the regular season, is about to throw his first pitch in the 6th inning of the postseason, and it's upstairs to the 8-hole hitter, Dylan Bowen. It's Bowen, Proctor, and then Scipio due up in the home 6 for the Knights. Bowen takes that pitch inside, 2-0 the count. He's 0 for 2 today. Trying to get things started here in the 6th. He takes a called strike. The count goes to 2 balls and a strike. And he hits that one to left field for a base hit. It's the 4th time today that the Knights have the leadoff man aboard. It's the first hit for Bowen since July 5th. He's 0 for his last 10. In the regular season, he was 0 for 2 before that hit. Dominic Proctor lays off that pitch, 1-0. And there's a called strike on Proctor. He evens up the count at 1-1. One from Bilal, and that one's hit to the shortstop. Guzik could be 2 to second. Kowalski had trouble getting it out of his glove, and his throw is offline to Spady. The ball does fortunately bounce off of the concrete Knights dugout. Right back into play, so Bowen is retired on the force play. Proctor arrives to first safely. Back to the top of the lineup, 4th time around for Caleb Bilal. That one is upstairs to Scipio, 1-0. Scipio's 1 for 3 today. Lays off that pitch. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Well, looks over at Proctor. Here's a 2-1 offer. Breaking ball is in there, 2-2. Well, he's only struck out 1 batter today. He's not a big strikeout guy. The regular season for the Voyagers, he went 15 innings, both as a starter and reliever, and just struck out 11 batters, so less than 1 an inning. Did strike out 5 Knights in his only start against them. Scipio fouls off the 3-2 pitch. Ball gets the signs from Oates behind the plate. Here's the payoff pitch to Scipio, and he hits that one out to left. Forbes moving to his right, diving to make the catch. Oh, what a play from Philip Forbes to retire Scipio for the second out. It's the second time that Scipio has hit a ball out to left today. Both of them ended up going into the glove of Forbes. That'll bring up Max Lucas, who's 2 for 3 today with 3 RBI. There goes Proctor. Throw outside, and the throw down is not in time. Proctor dives in safely. Now Dawson Guzik still down, but in a squat position. He does seem fine. So Proctor, who only stole 1 bag in the regular season, gets 1 here in the post. Count is 1-0. On Lucas, looking for his 4th RBI with Proctor in scoring position. And he hits that one over to first. Spady is there, and he steps on the bag for out number 3. So the Voyagers keep the Knights off the board in this inning. We'll head to the 7th here at War Memorial Stadium. Knights up 7-3 in the 2022 PCL quarterfinals. Henry Sueda out there for the 7th inning. He's already pitched an inning and 2/3 out of relief for the Knights. Facing the top of the lineup. First pitch swings, and it's rolled over to the second baseman Lucas. 1 pitch and 1 out to retire Wilson. This is the first time that the Voyagers hitters are seeing Sueda pitch. And he's one of the Knights' top arms. First pitch to Hilberger is on the inside corner, 0-1. We just have 2 lefties in the 1 and 2 holes today with Wilson and Hilberger. And he slaps that one foul, and Sueda's quickly ahead, 0-2. He's already struck out 2 batters today in 2 innings, looking for his 3rd. 0-2. And that one's rolled over. Another play for Lucas. Sueda is covering. The flip to the bag is in time. Beautiful defensive play all around from Greenbrier. as Bowen went over to get that ball. Lucas was charging, ended up with it, and right there to cover the bag was the pitcher Suera. That's a 4-1 in your scorebook. I'll bring up Philip Forbes. He's 2 for 3 today, 2 singles, has knocked in 2 runs as well. And now there's nobody on for him as he takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. A 1. And that one is chopped over to third. Waters, who's not accustomed to being there, makes the play for out number 3. Suera has retired 7 straight Voyagers to send us to the 7th inning stretch in the 2022 PCL playoffs. So a long wait before we start the home half of the 7th. Philip Forbes is now in. He's the first man out of the bullpen for the Voyagers. So he comes in from left field. So Alex Gilisano will have an opportunity to make a play here, but Luke Waters sends that one to left, and that ball is off the wall. Boy, that's another hard hit ball off of the bat of Greenbrier that would have been well out if we were at Lakewood. It's the second double for Waters. He would have 2 home runs if we were at Lakewood Park. Instead, he has 2 doubles. So Alex Gilisano, he's now in the game at left, as the Voyagers make a couple other substitutions. Jacob Lopez at first base for Benny Spady, and Nick Cleghorn in right field for Ryland Brown. And first pitch swinging, Warren Bailey fouls it off, 0-1. Bailey's 1 for 3, knocked in a run with an infield single in his first at-bat. A 1-offer, and that one is fly down the right side. That'll go foul. Forbes came out of the bullpen in every game in the regular season against the Knights, where he went a total of 4 innings and 1/3, allowed 6 earned runs. However, those 6 earned runs only came in the first outing. 0-2 pitch, and that one's fouled straight back by Bailey. We'll do the 0-2 again. In the last 2 meetings, he went a total of 3 innings, which were scoreless. The Knights already knocking on the door thanks to a leadoff double from Luke Waters. 0-2 to Bailey. That one's hit to the left side. Diving is blowing. It's off his glove and into left field. Chuck Slaughter's going to hold up Waters at third. We'll see how they score that for Bailey, but nevertheless, he is aboard for the second time today. And it puts runners on the corner, still no one out for the red-hot Burton Hahn. Hahn is 3 for 3 today in his last at-bat. He hit a routine fly ball that Wilson just straight up dropped. And we'll head on Forbes 1-0. That was his second double of the day. He's ahead now 2-0 on Forbes. So that is going to be an infield single for Bailey. It's his second infield hit. And that pitch to Hahn is below the knees. The count goes to 3-0. So I'm also being told now that Hahn's hit in the last inning was actually an error, as he takes a called strike, 3-1. So Hahn is actually 2 for 3 with a double. Count is 3-1. Here's the pitch from Forbes with runners on the corners, and time is asked for before Forbes can release the ball. No action in either bullpen. Knights up 7-3. 3-1 to Hahn. And that one misses for ball 4, and it loads the bases for Blake Herman. So Hahn has reached base every time he stepped into the box. Herman is 0 for 3 today. He does have a pair of runs batted in. In the first and the fifth inning, there was a runner on third base. He hit a ground ball to the left side that scored both of them. He takes the first pitch low from Forbes, 1-0. Forbes still looking to record an out. With Waters on third, Bailey on second, Hahn on first. One 0 to Herman, and it misses low, and the count goes to 2-0. Herman could break this game open. He had 8 RBI in the regular season. And he hits a chopper foul down the left side. Herman ended the regular season with a 7-game hitting streak. Still looking for his first one of the day. That one misses inside, and now it's 3-1. There's nowhere to put Herman. After Waters doubled off the wall, Bailey had an infield single, and Hahn walked to load the bases. Here's the 3-1 from Forbes, and it's fouled back by Herman, and the count is now full. Corbin McLeod, the on-deck batter, gives his fellow catcher some more baseballs for the home plate umpire. No one out in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 3-2 from Forbes to Herman, and it's shot out to right field. That should bring in another run. Cleghorn waits for it to come down, and his throw will be cut off by Lopez. It's the 3rd RBI for Herman on a sacrifice fly to left to extend the Knights' lead. It's their biggest of the day. It's 8-3. So how about that? Blake Herman does not have a hit today, but he has produced 3 runs. So that'll leave Bailey on second and Hahn on first. So only Waters moved up. Corbin McLeod steps into the box, and the first pitch that he sees from Forbes misses up. 1-0 the count. McLeod's 1 for 3. He singled and scored back in the 4th. And the 1-0 misses away. Count goes to 2-0. There goes the runners. Throw down from Otel. Actually hold the ball. It's a stolen base for Warren Bailey and Burton Hahn to put them into scoring position. And McLeod hits a high fly ball to left. Chasing it is Gilisano to the warning track, and that ball is gone! Corbin McLeod, his first home run of the postseason, and it extends the Knights' lead. It's now 11-3. McLeod had not had an extra base hit the entire regular season, and he sends that one deep over the left field fence and stomps on home plate. And this game has ballooned open. The Knights now up by 8 runs. Suffolk had hung in there for a while after Greenbrier scored 3 in the first. But that 3-run shot from McLeod opens this game up. Philip Forbes gets a new baseball. There's no one warming up in the Voyagers bullpen. This inning belongs to Forbes. As Bowen swings through that pitch. Now he has 2 strikes on him. Oh-2 from Forbes. And that one bounces in front of home plate. Count goes to 1-2. Bowen's 1 for 3 today. He singled in his last at bat in the 6th. There's 1 out here in the 7th. 1-2 from Forbes, and swing and a miss for strike 3 for the 2nd out. No one is warming up in the Greenbrier bullpen either, so Henry Suera will be pitching in the 8th inning. We'll see what happens in the 9th. Dominic Proctor is 1 for 3 today. He has reached, though, every time. Reached on an error and on the fielder's choice. 1-0-1. Misses up. 1-1. Four, 5, and 6 due up in the 8th for Suffolk. So they're going to need to put up 8 runs in the next 2 innings to keep their season alive. And there's a called strike 3 on Proctor to retire the side. But 4 runs come in to score in the inning for Greenbrier, including a 3-run home run for Corbin McLeod as we head to the 8th inning here at War Memorial Stadium. Welcome back into the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. Henry Suero now pitching with an 8-run lead as Trey Blow swings and hits that pitch up the middle of the diamond to lead off the Voyagers with a single. Corbin McLeod with a 3-run homer in the last half inning. So it all works out even because the Knights hit a couple of deep balls in the alleys that would have been a home run in Lakewood. The left and right field walls are 335 here at War Memorial. They're 350. Of course, it is all around at Lakewood. So that McLeod home run might have been a routine fly ball at Lakewood. But that's baseball for you. Nothing in one on Oates. He swings and misses at that pitch, and now that's actually strike 3. So Oates goes down swinging. That's the 3rd strikeout for Swida. Making his first plate appearance is Nick Cleghorn. Cleghorn came into the game defensively in the 6th, and he swings and misses at that pitch from Swida. Nothing in 1. Came in for Ryland Brown. Went 0 for 2 with a walk. So his season might be over for Suffolk, and Cleghorn is quickly behind. Nothing in 2. So if the Knights hold on, they will face Edenton at 7 o'clock. That one's hit up the middle too. Lucas only play will be the 1st as he retires Cleghorn for the 2nd out. Trey Blow does move over to 2nd. Lucas has been busy over there. In the first 5 innings, he didn't get any action at 2nd. As Jacob Lopez takes a hack at that fastball, nothing in 1. But then since the 6th inning, he's been involved in 4 plays. Jacob Lopez is making his first at-bat. He also came into the game defensively in the 6th. He's quickly behind, nothing in 2. Swida has struck out 3 batters today, looking for his 4th. 0-2 pitch! And it's fouled back by Lopez. We'll do it again. Lopez struck out 12 times in the regular season. 0-2 offer. That one's hit to the 3rd baseman Waters, who slides on his knees, and the throw to 1st is in time. It's a inning-ending play for Luke Waters to send us to the bottom of the 8th inning in the 2022 PCL quarterfinals. Top of the order, leading off for Greenbrier in the 8th inning. Quincy Scipio, who's 1 for 4 today, takes the first pitch, fastball for a called strike, 0-1. Scipio, Lucas, and Waters due up in the inning. Waters had a beautiful play to end the top half of the inning at third base. His first start there this season. It's his first time actually on the left side of the diamond. He has played some first base. And he skies off that pitch. Count goes to 1-2. Forbes did strike out his last 2 batters after allowing the home run to McLeod. Looking to feed off of that. As Scipio gets called out looking. 3rd consecutive strikeout for Forbes. And it's the first out in the bottom of the 8th. Greenbrier had only struck out 1 time as Max Lucas steps into the box and fouls off. First pitch from Forbes. The entire game, but now the last 3 batters have each struck out. A 1 to Lucas. And he takes a called strike, and now he's behind 0-2. Lucas has knocked in 3 runs today for the Knights. The number 3 seed in the PCL. They hold on to their large lead. As Lucas lays off that pitch outside, they will go to Edenton on Thursday night. In the regular season, they took the first game against the Steamers, but have dropped the last 4. 1-2 to Lucas. And that one just misses outside, and the count evens up 2-2. The Knights have lost the last 2 games to the Steamers by a total of 3 runs. 2-2 to Lucas. And swing and a miss for strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Ode applies the tag. It's the 4th straight strikeout for Philip Forbes. So after allowing the home run to McLeod, he has settled in. It might be too little too late. As Luke Waters steps into the box for the 5th time today. And he takes the first pitch. Fastball in the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Due up for the Voyagers is the 8, 9, and then 1-hole hitters. That's Kowalski, Guzik, and Wilson. So they're going to need to score at least 8 runs to keep their season alive. The count is 0-2 on Waters now. Oh, 2 from Forbes. And that ball misses low. Count goes 1-2. In the last 2 games against the Steamers, the Knights have only scored 1 run. They've lost 2-0 and 2-1. Both of those games were at Historic Hicks Field, which is where the semifinal game would take place. 1-2 from Forbes. And that ball misses above the letters of Waters. Count evens up at 2-2. The Knights bats are going to have to come to play, and it will be interesting to see who Chuck Slaughter uses pitching-wise in that game. Waters leaves the breaking ball above his head. So after Forbes was ahead 0-2, count runs full. Here's the payoff pitch from Forbes. Check swing. Waters did not go around, so he is aboard for ball 4. The Knights have already used 2 of their best pitchers to get by, to try and get by Suffolk. They're currently up 11-3, so that is looking pretty good. There's no one warming up, so Swear is going to pitch the 9th. A 1 from Forbes, and that ball misses in, 1-1. Bailey swings through that one, 1-2. I was told that Henry Sweat was going to close the game today for the Knights. I guess he is doing that, but I didn't realize that he was going to pitch more innings than the starting pitcher. So if he were to finish out the 9th inning, he would be at 4 2/3 innings, while Andrew Ramos would be at 4 innings and a third. Ramos actually got the save the last time these teams met in the regular season. This would not be a save opportunity for Sweat. He would actually be the winning pitcher. So Ramos failed to go 5 innings. 2-2 to Bailey, swing and a miss for strike 3. Third strikeout of the inning for Forbes. We head to the 9th inning in the 2022 PCL quarterfinals, with the Voyagers trailing 11-3. Alex Kowalski steps into the box with the Voyagers down to their final 3 outs of the season, and the first pitch is a called strike on the outside corner from Sweat. 0-1. Voyagers need to score 8 runs in the inning to keep their inning going, or to keep their season going, as Kowalski is quickly behind 0-2. That one is pulled down the third base line. That's a fair ball, and that'll roll into the corner. Kowalski is rounding first, and he'll pull into the second base with a leadoff double. So Kowalski just continues to hit. It is his first of the day after he drew a walk and was hit by a pitch in 2 out of his first 3 plate appearances. He gets the inning started as the third base umpire helps him take off his batting gear. He'll bring up Dawson Guzik. Voyagers just trying to get base runners. There's a first pitch strike from Sweta, 0-1. That pitch is fouled back, and the count moves to 0-2. Cusick not choking up on the bat. Here's the 0-2 from Suera. That ball just misses inside. 1-2. And that one misses inside again on the breaking ball, as Henry wants a new baseball. And 2-2 swing and a miss for strike 3 for out number 1 here in the 9th. Fourth strikeout for Suera. Out of relief, and that'll bring up the left-handed BK Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 3 today. He did walk and come around to score in the 5th. And he takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. Alex Gilisano is on deck, so that's why when the Voyagers were making their defensive substitutions, it took a while. Gilisano is now designated hitting. That one's bounced over to second. Lucas flips it in time, and now the Voyagers are down to their final out of the season. Alex Gilisano has not had a plate appearance all day. Kowalski does move over to third. And that ball misses away to Gilisano, 1-0. The regular season, Gilisano hit .222 for the Voyagers. And he swings and misses to even up the count at 1-1. Henry Suera trying to send the Knights to the semifinals. And he's one strike away from doing so. Here's the 1-2 from Suera. That one's line and caught by Luke Waters. And the Greenbrier Knights are heading to the 2022 PCL semifinals. They will go down to Edenton on Thursday night to face the Steamers as they defeat the 6th-seeded Suffolk Voyagers 11-3 here at War Memorial Stadium. Thank you everyone for watching on the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. I'm Hayden Bandel. Don't go anywhere. Hit that next link in the stream as we have another playoff game between the Norfolk Redbirds, the 5-seed, and the 4-seeded Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. The winner of that game will take on the Tarboro River Bandits in the second semifinal game. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Don't go anywhere. Be sure to hit that link. And we'll see you soon.